5 swimmers: Krista MORKORE of the Faroe Islands, Anaelle Roulet of France, Australia's Monique Murphy, Oliwia Jablonska of Poland going in 5, and NED OOSTERHUIS of the Netherlands will go in 6. Jablonska will go in 5. She just missed out on a medal in London 4 years ago, but MORKORE, Roulet, Murphy, Jablonska, OOSTERHUIS. MORKORE going in lane 2, the only athlete at Rio 2016 from the Faroe Islands, so had the honor of carrying in her nation's flag at the opening ceremony. The 18-year-old MORKORE goes in 2. Roulet of France going in lane 3. She made the final, although swam to a 7th place finish in London 4 years ago. Jablonska, though, has been amongst the best improvers, although Monique Murphy, bronze at the World Championships last year, but has improved her time by 10 seconds over the last year. So she's somebody who is really looking dominant and looking in fine form over this distance in this event. And Monique Murphy will fancy her chances of not only touching first in this heat, but indeed claiming the title come the final itself. Right now, though, it's about getting through to that final. Roulet of France looks to be 3rd quickest here, as Monique Murphy and OOSTERHUIS will challenge for the first touch at the 100 mark. It is Murphy, only 4/100ths of a second ahead of OOSTERHUIS, with Roulet of France 3rd, and Jablonska of Poland not letting the swimmers get away from her.
OOSTERHUIS obviously leading at that first 100 split, but we know that her qualifying time is a full 10 seconds slower than Murphy and Jablonska. So it'll be interesting to see if she's taken it out a little too hard, or perhaps she's been working on her race tactics. Perhaps her fitness is there. We'll wait and see how the rest of the race pans out. But touching in first, Monique Murphy. So the split times starting to become very consistent. Monique Murphy around just sitting below the 36-second mark for each 50 metres, and she's just lengthening her stroke just a fraction. You can see as she starts to pull in front of the competitor to her left, Roulet, and Jablonska to her right. An even line across the pool for 2, 3 and 4 at the moment. Murphy just pulling in as they round into the 200 split.
Well, Monique Murphy, the 22-year-old, has very steadily improved. 6th place at the World Championships last year for her. The way she has improved over the last 12 months has been impressive, and will look to prove it in the pool. OOSTERHUIS is just making a little move again, applying a little pressure on Jablonska on her inside. Jablonska will be desperate for a medal. She's 19 years old, but as a 15-year-old swam to a 4th place finish in 2012. Already a bronze medalist at Rio 2016 after a podium place in the 100 fly. But a bronze at the World Championships will give her hope that she is in the right sort of form to find a podium place at Rio 2016. She's actually deferred her final year of school. She hasn't completed her primary education just yet. She's set her exams aside to only write them next year as Jablonska, still a teenager, to focus on her preparations for Rio 2016. So she wants to get further reward after the bronze in the 100 fly. But at the 300-meter mark, it is Murphy who leads ahead of Jablonska, with OOSTERHUIS of the Netherlands not too far off, while Roulet of France is just dropping off the pace now.
Murphy swimming, you get the sense, a little conservatively here. It's actually Jablonska who's making a bit of a move in this final 100 metres. She'd like to qualify for the inside lane for the final. And as they round to the final turn, there's not going to be a lot in it. Murphy's still in the lead, but Jablonska only slightly off the pace. Let's see how she finishes this final 50. So it's Australia 1, Poland 2, at the moment. Netherlands 3, however, Roulette is having a fantastic finish to this race, it has to be said. She looked as though she was dropping off the pace. She's now picked it up just a little. She wants to make sure she qualifies, and Monique Murphy will keep this easy pace. You can't expect much of a push from her here, but she will almost certainly touch in quickest.
Murphy is just going to glide to the wall. She touches quickest ahead of Jablonska, with Oosterhuis of the Netherlands touching third fastest. A 4:46.58. Roulet of France touches fourth. Morkore of the Faroe Islands still to come home. Monique Murphy, though, all know that she's capable of going so much faster. She could take a good second off on every one of those 8 lengths for the final. Very easy stroke, just turning her arm over nicely. Morkore with a 5:18.50, but Murphy quickest in heat 1 of 2 in the women's 400 free S10. That's Oosterhuis of the Netherlands.
Well, very easy stroke from Murphy in the end, and didn't push herself too hard in that final 100, despite the fact that Jablonska was coming back at her just a little, just sending her a little message. But Murphy 4:46.58.
So Murphy ahead of Jablonska.